Hello, I'm Safra, and welcome to your September 2020 horoscopes brought to you by Romance Daily News. Make sure that you sign up for the Romance Daily News newsletter, and that way you'll always have the news. And also, you get a lot of good stuff there, free books and all kinds of wonderful things. And you may even get one of my books for free when they're having promotions. Okay, and don't forget, I have Witch Upon a Star series, which is erotic romance, kind of horror light. And I'd love it if you'd all go out and pick up one or more of the books. I have several books in the series now, with the most recent one being Taurus, a hearse of a different color. So go check it out. All right, let's get to it. So it's September 2020, and wow, it's a totally different September than any of us have ever experienced. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful month. But hey, we're still in a pandemic, aren't we? Here in Toronto, Canada, they're thinking about opening schools, and there's a little bit of debate today on TV about what's actually going to happen. They're expecting public elementary and high schools to open in about 2 weeks. And just to give you a historical kind of setting. Also here in Toronto, we most colleges are not fully opening, and most universities aren't fully opening. Most of these places, they're fully open online. You can take courses, and hey, you can take courses from me at George Brown College. I teach some writing courses there now. Um, but when it comes to the in-person classes, it's very restricted. So this is all new and interesting for all of us. And, for those of you who are students of any age or have children of any age who are students, it's going to be very challenging. And I know in the United States, it's different there, and Europe, all around the world, everyone's treating the pandemically differently, and everyone has different measures they're taking to take the kids back to school. And some places aren't taking the kids back to school at all because it's not safe. So this really does factor into some of the messages this month with the horoscopes. That's why I'm bringing it up. Also, just because it's just so interesting that, none of us have ever experienced this before. The pandemic is brand new, unless, you're over 100 years old, and you're probably not watching my horoscopes if you are, right? So this month, on September the 2nd, we have a full moon in Pisces. So you may find you're a little more emotional than usual. And even leading into that time, we're all emotional. And so this full moon's going to really highlight that. And you'll find that you'll be dwelling a lot about romances and relationships and trying to figure out your part in them and what's going on. And it's a very good time to find the balance in your life. Find out what's truly important and what you need to work hard towards and what to let go. Sometimes we go through life doing a lot of things that we think we need to do or should do, when in fact, those things in our lives aren't useful anymore. It's time to let them go. And it's very freeing because it opens you up to embrace new ideas and new opportunities and setting new goals. Also, during the full moon in Pisces, you will find you like getting in tune with your spiritual needs. And I'm sure a lot of you throughout this pandemic, especially those of you who have contacted the COVID-19 or know people with it, or who may even have succumbed to it, you're probably really exploring your spiritual values and your spiritual needs and your spiritual goals. Whether you're an atheist or full-blown Christian, it's a good time for all of us to figure out who we are, what we want, where we're going, and what lessons we need to learn, and more importantly, how we can help others get through these challenging times. And one more thing with the full moon is that Uranus is also affecting this particular full moon. And Uranus is a planet of change and transformation. And so, coupled with the Pisces energies, you'll find that if you can't, then you need to work on accepting change in your life and checking out the progress you're making. Are you making good progress with some of your goals and ideas? And, I know some signs love change. We're all about change. Change is great. And other signs, people, you're not so good with the change. And like I've been saying, we have a lot of changes this September with just how our kids are going back to school or how we're going back to school. And so we need to become accepting of change, and the Uranus energy is going to help us with that. So don't panic. It's all good. On September 17th, we have a new moon in Virgo. And this is a great time, as all new moons are, for new beginnings. New moons are great for new beginnings. And since it is Virgo the planner, it's a good time to formulate goals. And then, get formulating those long-term goals, the big goals, but then the little day-to-day intricacies as well. You can explore and keep track of and, get a day timer or a calendar, write things down, keep your lists. Virgos are great list makers, and we all got a bit of Virgo in all of us. So make those lists so you keep things straight, especially with unusual times. We all have little extra steps we have to make in our day, or at least here in Canada. We have to remember to wear our masks. We have to remember to wash our hands and socially distance, and simple things like going to the doctor or to the walk-in clinic. You have to plan in advance, and we all have to add more time on either side of any events we're going to, because we do have all these new COVID precautions. You may have at your work, you may have to do a screening every time you show up to work before they let you through the door, or showing up to a campus. Here in Toronto, we have apps. At one of the colleges where I work, we have an app. We have to check into the app before we can set foot on campus to do our job. So there's all these little extra steps, so we need to really get better at planning, because all that stuff takes time and you don't want to be late for your other stuff, right? Or turned away from your job because you didn't do the protocols. This is a great time for lists and also projects and health regimes. So your health, how's your health? Now, we know we're all been focusing highly on the coronavirus, but there's other health concerns too in our lives, and the we're in September, so very, very soon we're coming up to flu season. So make sure you get your flu shot, your pneumonia shot, your shingle shot, whatever shots are available. I personally haven't had the pneumonia shot or the shingle shot yet. The shingles one I'm not going to get for a couple more years, and then pneumonia, I didn't even know it existed till coronavirus came aboard, so I'll probably go get one of those too. And my flu shot. Here in Canada, they haven't talked about flu shots just yet. They usually start around September. So go get your flu shot. And now, last little thing before we move on to all the individual horoscopes or tarot scopes for this month is, in the United States, there is a big election coming up. And with all these aspects of the moons and the planets, and a lot of planets are transiting this month. There's a lot of retrogrades, a lot of things happening, but it's very good time for you to get involved in politics. So if you've been kind of sitting on the fence, and you're American, and you want to jump in on either side, this is the perfect time to do so. If you strongly believe in your party, this is a great time to get involved with political campaigning. You may want to be on a phone tree. You may want to attend virtual meetings. You may want to help distribute ballots. You may just want to help your candidate by phoning people. I don't know if they're doing door-to-door canvassing. I'm living in Canada. I don't know anything that's happening in the States, really. I mean, I see the news like the rest of us, but I don't know the specifics of how things are being done during a pandemic. And I'm sure each state is different because each state is being hit differently with the pandemic, right? So there's different protocols, and maybe some states the numbers are low, so maybe people are going door to door and canvassing, and then others maybe not. However, if you're sitting on Facebook That's not canvassing. That's not doing anything. That's just noise. You're not doing anything. So don't think that you're helping your political cause by slamming people on Facebook for their ideas or whatever. It's just nothing. It doesn't mean a thing. What you need to do is be real and deal with real people in real life. And yes, I know all of us on Facebook are real. I'm real too, and I'm on Facebook. But to really get the job done, you need to be actively involved. So if you really want your candidate to win in November, you need to physically get on the phone, physically write letters, physically knock on doors, physically put up signs, and do whatever else people do to help their candidate. I guess donate money, attend meetings, attend rallies. I virtually, I wouldn't attend a real life rally, but I'm sure there's virtual ones, right? Like I said, I don't really know, but this is a very important year for the Americans, and I'm trying not to be political, but if you have strong beliefs about what you want to happen, every vote counts, every voice counts. Don't think that you're just a little person and you don't matter, because you do matter. Don't forget, you're the star of your own life, and you have a lot of power to do anything. You yourself have the power to change the world, and you yourself have the power to change your attitude and how you act and react to things. Okay, so I guess that's a bit of American culture lecture, but for the most part, it does fit right in with what the planets are doing this month. So anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic September. Stay safe. Keep that social distancing up. Don't forget to wash your hands. Don't forget the thumbs. And click on the playlist to check your own sign and see what else is in store for you this month. All right. So we'll see you next month. Bye for now.